Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this video. I am going to be starting a new series where I'm trying out the new player experience in World of Warcraft. And before I made those videos, I wanted a huge sort of caveat video to be made, because I didn't want to just say this at the beginning of the series, because that would take up a lot of time at the beginning of a video that I didn't want it just to be annoying to people that are there to see the new player experience and are not that bothered about the other stuff. So I wanted to make it a separate video just so that people that wanted to see that stuff can then come here and quickly watch it, and people that don't want to watch it don't have to skip the first 2 minutes of the actual game video. So one of the things, unless your head has been in the sand, you've probably heard about all the scandals going on about World of Warcraft, about Blizzard, not about World of Warcraft. Especially to do with the CEO of Activision Blizzard, Bobby, and his trying to sweep the dirt under the rug. And it's even coming out that politicians have been trying to sweep stuff under the rug over in America now. It's horrendous, it's toxic, it's horrible, it's abusive. The whole thing is, I would never in a million years pay a penny to support a company that was the norm and that's the way it treated people, particularly people that are being targeted for sexist or racist or any other reasons. So yes, I was definitely, at least the past year now, I've been boycotting Activision and Blizzard myself. I used to love Blizzard, I still want to love Blizzard. I've got a lot of good memories in World of Warcraft and StarCraft and a lot of other Blizz games. Blizz used to be one of my favourite companies of all time. They were founded on great morals, and just over the years, the one or two bad eggs went from being the exception to the wholesome company to being the rule, and the wholesome part started to feel like the exception instead of the rule. Sort of like the tables turned. But I do see potential for light at the end of the tunnel for this toxic atmosphere, this toxic work conditions, these toxic everything to do with Activision Blizzard. And I'm hoping that that light at the end of the tunnel is real light, which has brought me back to being on a knife edge. So I am on a knife edge right now of wanting to either start to slowly going back to supporting Blizzard, World of Warcraft, and all the parts of Blizzard I love, and on the other side of that knife edge is continuing my massive to Blizzard and their toxic way they treat people. And unless you've been living under a rock once again, or under the sand, heading under the sand, in the sand, however that phrase goes, you probably heard that Activision Blizzard has been bought by Microsoft. That gives me hope. That gives me a lot of hope. Not enough hope that I'm instantly going to start supporting them here and now. It's given me a lot of hope that I'm on that knife edge again. It's given me enough to be on that knife edge where I'm thinking about slowly testing the waters, and that's what we're here doing. That's what this mini-series is going to be about. I'm going to be going back and in a series trying out the new World of Warcraft player experience. I'm pretty sure I did this when just before Shadowlands came out, so I don't think much has changed for me, but I wanted to make a new this year version of that, just for people that are thinking about returning now, with the new expansion pending. You all noticed I've not reactivated my sub. I am on free trial because I do not want to support them yet at all. I'm on the cusp either way. And I know I'm small enough that me making these videos isn't going to draw a lot of people back. In fact, me making this video beforehand, I think will do just as much damage. Oh, it's good overall, at least that's what my hope is. That's my justification in my head. I know they say no news is bad news, but when you hear about people, when the publicity is more people boycotting them, that kind of is bad publicity. Like they don't want that. They don't want the boycotting to spread. So I'm talking about boycotting them, so I don't know if that would be bad publicity or still good for them. I don't know. I hope it's not good for them at the moment. But yeah, one of the reasons Microsoft gives me hope is the higher-ups in Microsoft have called out the toxic work environment. They have called it out. They've made specific points of mentioning it when they're talking about the acquisition of Blizzard and Activision. And they're saying that's going to change. They want a positive work environment. They want to sort of return the company back to its more wholesome roots. Now, the reason I'm not instantly going, yeah, we can return, we can support them again, is because talk is cheap. Talk is very cheap. They might just be saying this because they expect that's the minimum people will want to hear. That's what people are expecting to hear. Because Activision Blizzard's been in such big scandals, they know they need to comment on it in some way, and they can't come out saying, oh, it is what it is. They've got to be like, no, we want to improve things. They might just be saying that just to meet people's bare minimum expectations. So talk is cheap. I want to see real improvement, and if I see real improvement, I'll be back 100%. One of the things I'm really waiting to see is if the CEO from Activision Blizzard gets the full boot, because we know he's had to stay around until the sale finishes going through, and the sale finishes going through, is it April next year, the end of the end of this financial year, so he's still going to be there till early next year, which I find really unfortunate. And we know then after that, at the bare minimum, he's no longer going to be a CEO. I'm hoping he's gone completely out the door, and then I'll be happy. I'll be a happy chappy. That'll be one big step towards creating this good work environment. That toxic person has gone out of the workplace. That would be a big step. But we've got to wait till next year to find out, so I am really dithering on the doorstep. I could see myself easily going either way, and I just really hope, I really, really hope, and I really, really want Blizzard to become a wholesome company again. Like, they built statues were like anti-racism in their garden. Would you call it a garden? A workplace's garden? I want them to go back to being the company that does that sort of stuff again. The employees praise and say they love working for again. I really want it to go back to those kind of days. The one thing that does scare me though is a lot of the big names that made Blizzard who it was in the wholesome day have left. They've gone, they're on to new things. So we'll see. Yeah. In Microsoft's defense, I kind of gave them the bad end of the stick earlier when I was saying that the talk is cheap. I was trying to get across my point of why I'm not fully going back yet. But I can't remember what I was going to say. I remember now. If you look at it from the other perspective here, they also said the most they could say. Because if they'd went out and called it out any more than they did, it could have been a legal problem for them. So higher ups in Microsoft were like calling out the toxic work environment, that sort of stuff. But if they'd went on any further and it would have started to get to possibility of slander, like a slander case being brought against them, there's legal ramifications. So they had to be really careful in their wording. I noticed a lot of the time they mentioned how their wording was along the lines of there's a lot of talk about the work environment at Activision Blizzard right now, and now that they're in charge, they want to try and create a much more positive and wholesome work environment. It was something along the lines of that. I'm obviously paraphrasing, putting it into my words, but that was like almost, that was the meaning behind their quotes kind of thing. And if they'd said any more than that, again, it could have been going into slander. It's like, it's very obviously a dig at the toxic work environment, but also on the other hand, it's not legally a dig at the toxic work environment. So yeah, I don't know. I'm hopeful. We'll see. I don't know what else to say. I kind of just turned the camera on and rambled for 10 minutes. I'm kind of glad I did this in a full other video now, so it had me a chance that I could get my full sort of talk. I could spend a wee bit longer on the details. I wanted to try and skip over as much of the fine details, like of what Bobby, the CEO, actually did, over what the governors are doing, the people that are not retiring, what's the word? There's people that got fired that shouldn't have got fired. There's people that, in the legal case I'm talking about now, there's people resigning to stand up for the people that got wrongly fired. There's all sorts going on. And if you want to make an informed decision, I'd recommend you go up and you start reading up on it, looking into it, because it's a lot. But if you just want to know the basics, Activision Blizzard became a shitty company. Microsoft bought them. They're vowing to improve things. Hopefully, they do. And once again, I just want to reiterate, I'm on a free trial here. I'm not giving them a penny until I'm a bit more satisfied. I don't know how long that'll take me. Now that I'm in this mindset, I might wait a month or two. I might wait till I hear word. I might wait till Bobby is fired. Hopefully, I don't think he's not going to get fired. He's going to get a nice big lump sum and then he's asked to leave. But he'll be gone. That's the important thing. He'll be gone. Anyway, I've talked way too long. 12-minute video now for what I was hoping to be 2 minutes at the start of the video. But then again, I'm kind of really glad that I didn't put it at the start of the video. So I could just direct people here whenever I start this new campaign. So yes! Hope you've all enjoyed this. Well, I hope that's the wrong way to word this. I hope you understand this caveat. And let's go and play the game now.